1-2 up. So count even at 2-2 now to Callahan. Two-two pitch, fouled back once again. Callahan battling in the set bat. Getting some new baseballs on the field. Already have had several leave the yard due to foul balls. So we'll have another 2-2 here to Darren Callahan. Leahy went, but it's another foul ball by Callahan, so Leahy will have to go back to first base. We'll have another 2-2 into Darren Callahan. Bennett Sheeler, the DH, getting a cleanup spot this evening for the Pioneers on deck. Another 2-2 grounded in between first and second. Leahy's going to round second and head for third. And it's a one-out single for Darren Callahan. He continues to stay red hot. Callahan fifth in the entire league in batting average and just raised his average back over 400 for the season. And that brings up Bennett Sheeler, the DH this evening for the Pioneers. Sheeler hitting 300, 6 for 20 on the year. He's been so good at the dish that even when he's not playing in the field as a catcher, Coach Drum has put him in as a DH. Now he has runners on the corners here with one out. Chance for some RBIs for Bennett Sheeler. Takes the first pitch inside for ball one. Huff leans in for the signs. Swing and a miss, and it's 1-1. Sheeler couldn't reach the outside breaking ball. The count even at 1-1 now to Sheeler. One ripped into shallow center. Leahy getting ready to tag. He will go and then go back. A great throw from center from Leo Doyle. Not easy to keep Matt Leahy on third, but that's exactly what Doyle did. So now 2 outs in the inning. Sheeler unable to sacrifice. And Tanner Donati coming to the plate. Sheeler just didn't get enough of that one to put it deep enough into center to give enough time for Leahy to come home, and a great arm out there from Leo Doyle in center field. First pitch up to Donati, 1-0. You see some parks in this league have rosin bags, some of them don't. Here at Jamestown they do have one, and Sam Huff, the Jamestown starter, continues to go to it throughout this first inning. So that one's in the dirt, 2-0 now to Donati. I'm assuming that Huff is very sweaty due to the heat and is using the rosin to get a better grip on the ball with the wet hands. He's struggling a little bit with control. It's 3-0 now to Donati. Three-0 over the middle of the plate. 3-1 now to Donati. Donati hitting .269 on the season. He's batted cleanup sometimes. 5th tonight. He's been a very solid hitter so far for the Pioneers. Takes that one outside, and the bases are loaded here in the first for the Pios. Coy Schwanger will be the hitter. Schwanger hitting .176 on the season, but he's had a lot of very good at-bats lately. And now a very important at-bat here early on in this ball game. As with 2 outs, the bases are full as Coy Schwanger comes to the plate. First pitch in the dirt to Schwanger. Huff starts him off 1-0. Pios with a big opportunity here to strike early. That's what they've done to the teams lately. They've gotten an early lead and held it. Breaking ball too far inside and quickly 2-0 to Schwanger. Huff asks for a new baseball. Huff seems a little distracted on the mound. Trying to find his groove. He's gone to the rosin bag. He's walked around the mound. He's asked for new baseballs. 2-0 swung on, lightly grounded into foul territory over to third, right at third base coach Andy Drum. 2-1 now to Schwanger. The 2-1 swung on and missed. 2-2 now to Schwanger. Huff a pitch away from getting out of this bases loaded jam here in the first. The pitch. Swinging bunt, they say. The umpire said it was grounded off of the batter's box, so it is a foul ball. We will have another 2-2 pitch upcoming from Sam Huff. Coy Schwanger, another fantastic at-bat here, staying alive, looking for a pitch that he can hit. So another 2-2 here from Sam Huff. Ripped right at shortstop. Sebastianelli taps the bag on second. And the Pios stay scoreless in the first. Sam Huff gets out of a bases-loaded jam. We head to the home half of the first. The Tarp Skunks getting their first at-bats. Sebastianelli, Kiefer, and Stojanovic due up for Jamestown. After the break, here at Russell Dietrich Park.
Take advantage of this break in the action. There's something coming from our concession stand. Owned and operated by 3C Catering. Fans, we invite you to follow the Jamestown Tarp Skunks online and on social media all season long. Visit us on the internet at tarpskunks.com. Like us on Facebook and follow us on X, Instagram, and TikTok.
Welcome back to Jamestown, New York. I'm Josh Davis. Bottom of the first inning, the Pios stranding the bases loaded in the top of the first, unable to get anything. And so now we head to the home half of the first. We get the first look at the Pios starter tonight, Nolan Terwilliger. More about him in a moment. First, let's take a look at the Tarp Skunks lineup this evening. Nigel Sebastianelli leading off, Connor Kiefer, DJ Stojanovic, and Bobby Stang in the 2, 3, 4 spots. In the 5, Kobe Jones, 6, Leo Doyle, 7, Tommy Schroeder, 8, Clayton Kaiser, 9, Henry Juon, and 10, Eli Harpelani. Saw some of these guys back in the first game against the Tarp Skunks this season. About half of the lineup is new, however. So some new faces to see. Let's take a look at the Pios defensively tonight. Tanner Donati back in left, Max Lime in center, Eddie Kaufman in right. Still filling in for the injured Cooper Smith. Manny Castro in the hot corner. Aiden Grabowski at short. Aiden Fry is second. Darren Callahan at first. And Coy Schwanger at the plate. The aforementioned Nolan Terwilliger on the bump tonight for the Pios. 4 innings pitched so far this season, all in relief. No runs allowed. 1 strikeout and 2 walks. Terwilliger very much a contact pitcher. Right-hander. And he gets the ball from Manny Castro as Nigel Sebastianelli gets ready to step in. Lefty shortstop. A leadoff hitter for the Tarp Skunks this evening. It's interesting, Evan Blanchard has made several errors in the last couple of games at third base, and now Manny Castro right back in there, getting the start at the hot corner. So we'll see what Castro can do. He's been very good in the field, although only solid at the plate. Blanchard's been great at the plate, but then not as good in the field, so Coach Drum going with a more defensive third baseman tonight as Sebastianelli lifts this one into shallow right, and it drops down for a hit in front of Eddie Kaufman. So a leadoff single for Sebastianelli starts things off for the Tarp Skunks. Connor Kiefer, a late addition into the lineup. I was informed about 5 minutes before the game started that Connor Kiefer was starting at second base instead of Austin Matranga. So Kiefer, last second addition, normally plays in the outfield, but jumping in at second base. Kiefer swings and misses at strike 1. Kiefer 0 for quickly 0-2 now to Kiefer. Sebastianelli dancing around on first base. Sebastianelli, a couple steals this season. So this one's lifted into center. Max Lime under it and makes the catch for the first out of the first inning. DJ Stoyanovich in the 3 spot coming to the plate now. Stoyanovich leading the Tarp Skunks in RBIs with 8 of them. He also happens to be leading the team in steals with 5. So Stoyanovich, just one of the best overall players on this team, coming up to the plate. .250 batting average. Swing and a miss, and it's 0-1. As I mentioned before, Terwilliger, not really a strikeout pitcher. He's pitching more to get weak contact. But so far he's had good swing and miss. Terwilliger stepped off there. It was close to a balk. Now throws over to first. Sebastianelli making a lot of noise down there on first base. Pitch is low to Stoyanovich. It's 1-1 now to him. The catcher Bobby Stang on deck, hitting 4th this evening for the Tarp Skunks. Weather has been absolutely beautiful, although a tad bit warm. There's a slight breeze to cool things off. As Stoyanovich swings and misses once again. It's 1-2 to him. So far this season, the Pios have only had 1 rainout through the first couple weeks of the year, and that was a road game at Geneva. They don't have a tarp at the stadium. Sebastianelli went to second. The pitch is fouled off, so he'll have to go back to first. Count remains 1-2 to Stoyanovich. So I think the Pios have had pretty good luck with weather so far. Hopefully I haven't just jinxed it. Pios in game 2 of a 6-game in a row set here. Pios just beat Geneva 12-7 last night. Sebastianelli goes again, and once again a foul ball off the bat of DJ Stojanovic. We'll have another 1-2 pitch upcoming from Nolan Terwilliger. As I mentioned before, Terwilliger, not much of a strikeout pitcher. He's going to be looking for that win pitch, that pitch that can be the swing and a miss, the freezing, strikeout looking pitch, the finishing blow. And there it is, curveball down in the zone. Strikes out Stojanovic for out number 2. And Bobby Stang now coming to the plate. Stojanovic, a quick word to Stang as he leaves the field. Stojanovic may be seeing something in Terwilliger's delivery. First pitch outside to Stang for ball 1. Stang has started every game for the Tarp Skunks, whether it's DHing or as a catcher. He is 12 for 40 with a 300 batting average. He leads the team with 7 runs scored. He's taken 2 balls here to start off his at-bat, 2-0 to Stang. Terwilliger with 2 outs now, looking to strand the leadoff single from Nigel Sebastianelli. Sebastianelli, despite several stolen base attempts, finally gets one there as he heads to second. No throw by Schwenger. Sebastianelli tried to steal second maybe half a dozen times before finally getting it. And it might not even matter as it's 3-0 to Stang. Walk might have pushed him anyway as Stang rips this one into deep center. Lalime ranging back and drops it off the glove of Lalime. Stang heads for third, and he's got an RBI triple. The Tarp Skunks take a 1-0 lead. It will be unearned. So that should be an error off the glove of Max Lalime. Lalime had a long way to go. He got to the spot and then simply dropped the baseball. So it deflected off his glove, and the error is put on the board. So Kobe Jones now coming to the plate, grounds the first pitch off his leg for strike 1. Grounded over to first. Nice pick by Callahan. Terwilliger covering first and just got the bag. It looks like he almost missed first base with his foot. The umpire, the perfect angle to make the call, calls him out at first. So 1 comes in for Jamestown, unearned. An unfortunate error from Max Lalime in center allows the run. The Pios, despite loading the bases loaded in the first and then getting almost through the first unscathed, find themselves down 1-0 as we head to the top of second. Pios fans, Arnett Health is the official healthcare provider for your Elmira Pioneers. The next time you need medical attention, make sure you visit Arnett Health for all of your medical needs. As we prepare for the Pios' second set of at-bats, let's take a look at league standings in the PGCBL. Pios, after winning 5 in a row, now up to 8-5 on the season. 7-3 in our last 10. Knocking on the doors to pass the Auburn Doubledays. They are idle tonight. So the Pios won't be able to pass Auburn quite yet. But the Tarp Skunks 5-7, right behind the Pios. They're on the schedule. Looking to bounce back after they've struggled a little bit to start the season. Already up to a 1-0 lead. So back in action here at Russell Dietrich Park. Aiden Fry will start things off in the second for the Pios. Swings the first pitch, and it's by the third baseman, Harpalani's glove into left field. Fry's going to be aggressive on the base paths and be a dead duck at second. A bad decision from Fry to try to stretch that into a double. A fantastic throw by Kobe Jones in left will get Fry at second. And the first out of the inning made on the base paths. Never a smart way to make the first out of the inning. And a hit turned into an out. Eddie Kaufman coming to the plate. First pitch to Kaufman, down and away for ball one. Once again grounded over the third base bag, this time scooped up by Harpalani. And a good throw to first by him. Jamestown fielding, showing out here a little bit early on in this game. It's normally the Pios' strong suit, but instead the Pios making an error early, and Jamestown flashing the leather early. Now, 2 outs here in the second. Manny Castro coming to the plate. I mentioned his fielding has given him some more opportunities in the lineup. Evan Blanchard making some errors the last couple of games, giving way to Castro tonight at the hot corner. After the foul ball on the first pitch, Castro now facing an 0-1 count. Pops it up into foul territory, over to the Pios bullpen. And it's 0-2 to Castro. So Sam Huff, after stranding the bases loaded in the first, dealing with a lot of traffic there, really settling in here in the second. The 0-2 in the dirt. Did Castro go? No, he held. 1 ball, 2 strikes now to Manny Castro. Once again in the dirt, 2-2 now to Castro. Castro just hitting 176, but according to me, I think his at-bats have looked very good. Yeah, I think he's been a little unlucky with where he's hit the ball. And I think he's going to be a catalyst in the bottom of this Pios order all season long. Takes that one inside, a great eye by Castro. Tarp Skunks dugout wanted that one called for strike 3. That one just off the plate inside. Full count now to Castro. The 3-2 from Huff. High 4-4. What an at-bat from Manny Castro. And a 2-out walk issued to Castro. Aiden Grabowski, the 10-hitter, coming up to the plate. Grabowski could really use a hit to get his confidence up. Grabowski, utility player from Tiffin University. Started off the season 0 for 17. He's playing shortstop tonight for Patrick Ward. A couple of the Pios' normal starters taking a day off this evening, as that's outside for ball 1 to Grabowski. 1-0 popped straight up, potentially in play and sailing out of play. So just a foul ball there to Grabowski. 1-1 now to him. As I mentioned, a couple of normal starters taking a day off today. It's game 2 of a 6-game in a row set here for the Pioneers this week. So a couple guys getting a breather. Cooper Smith still out with that shoulder injury. Grabowski grounds it over to third. Nice play by Harpalani. And they get the throw just in time at first. So the Tarp Skunks strand the 2-out walk. Some great fielding from them to start this ball game. We head to the home half of the second. The Pios still down 1-0.
Sponsored by Showtime Group, with locations in Jamestown, Almira, Dunkirk, and Warren. There's more to Showtime Group to offering the best deals on new and pre-owned vehicles for American style brands. Even after they hand you the keys, they're there to help you with your automotive experience. With modern automated scheduled tools, deal qualified technicians, new and renovate service facilities, along with complimentary roller cart and shuttle programs. Experience the next generation of auto care at a Schultz dealership today.
Welcome back to Russell Dietrich Park. I'm Josh Davis. Home half of the second coming up. Pios find themselves in an early deficit. That's flipping the script from what the Pios have usually been doing to other teams. Pios bats have been red hot lately. Obviously the team having to be hot at the plate after winning 5 in a row. But the Pios, after scoring 12 last night against Geneva, now scoreless in the first 2. Sam Hoff stranded the bases loaded in the first and then glided through the bottom of the order in the second. One time through the order, Pios unable to score anything. Tarp Skunks getting an unearned run in the first due to an error in center from Max Lime. Pios fielding has made a couple errors the last couple of games and allowed a couple more runs than they probably should have. Now we've seen earlier in this game that has been the difference. The fielding, as Jamestown's fielding has been simply electric, making plays all over the field to keep the Pios off the board early. That one's in the dirt. 1-1 now to Leo Doyle. One at the knees for strike 2. Nolan Terwilliger showing some great location here early on in this ball game. Swung on, fouled back. And they say he missed it, actually. So a strikeout there for Terwilliger, only his second of the season. As that sits down Leo Doyle. Tommy Schroeder now coming to the plate with 1 out, nobody on. Terwilliger's looked really sharp here so far. Kind of have to dismiss that early run given up. It was not on Terwilliger, and he battled through it. Got the next guy out after allowing the error. "1-0 in the dirt, so 2-0 now to Schroeder. Schroeder, number 7, in the 7 spot in the order. Takes strike 1 looking. It's been a wide zone so far this evening. A lot of pitches maybe slightly off the zone being called strikes. This one's grounded over to short. Nice play by Grabowski over there. Now quickly 2 down here in the bottom of the second. Clayton Kaiser, the right fielder, coming up to the plate. On top of this Tarp Skunks order, a lot of guys with high batting averages, and then there's a pretty steep drop off after Leo Doyle and Tommy Schroeder. Kaiser hitting 161, Juan hitting 125, and Harpalani hitting 130. As this one swung on very high into center to Max the Lime, and he has that one. So a 1-2-3 second. Nolan Terwilliger continues to look really sharp so far this evening. The Pios bats now looking to heat back up. They've been red hot lately, held scoreless through 2, the top of the order back up. The Lime, Leahy, Callahan right back after the break.
Thank you, Jerry. I am here with. And Sam is going to be throwing heat paper from up onto the roof down into the bucket. It's very simple. If he makes at least 4 out of the 7 throws, then you get a prize.
What is your go-to Dunkin' order?
A frozen caramel coffee, plus and a glazed chocolate. Thank you.
Usually I go everything bagel toasted with egg, sausage, and cheese.
What is this?
It's your everything bagel with egg and
wow.
sausage and cheese.
Thank you.
You're welcome.
Vanilla frosted donuts with sprinkles.
What is it? Look at it.
Let's go. French vanilla iced coffee.
Here you go.
Guys have been being well taken care of. The city of Elmira loves the Pioneers. Many local businesses support the team. As we see the interns of the team taking good care of the team as well, getting them some of their favorite Dunkin' orders. Make sure to hit up Dunkin' next time and get your favorite Dunkin' order. Next time you're craving a morning coffee or a Dunkin' donut. So I mentioned the top of the order coming up. One time through the order, the Pios scoreless through 2. Sam Huff has allowed a little bit of traffic, especially in the first inning when he stranded the bases loaded. So the Pios still down 1-0. Top of the order looking to change that as Max the Lime steps up to the plate. By the way, I wanted to thank you all that have been consistently watching for giving me the good feedback after yesterday's game, thanking me for the new camera setup. I'm appreciative of it as well. Got a new camera. You guys can actually see things now, and this is what we're going to be running for the rest of the season, so glad we got an improved setup, and I think the idea is that we continue to improve the setup as the year goes on, so that by the end of the year we have unquestionably best broadcast in the PGCBL. The Lime grounds this one right back up the middle. Kiefer tries to make the play. The Lime dives headfirst into first base, and he's in there safely. Kiefer, normally the outfielder, in the outfield for the Tarp Skunks, playing second base tonight. In for Austin Matranga, and he almost made an incredible play, but Lime getting dirty over there, diving into first base. So leadoff single for Lime. Next up is Matthew Leahy. He takes ball 1 at the letters, or excuse me, strike 1 at the letters. It's 0-1 to Leahy. Leahy hit into a fielder's choice in his first at-bat. He was 4 for 4 in last night's game against Geneva. So Leahy looking to get back on track. It's been a red-hot bat atop this Pios order. After that one outside, it's 1-1 now to Leahy. Coach Strum hasn't tested backstop Bobby Stang yet, as Leahy drills this one into left. That's going to be another hit for Matt Leahy. Better make sure his bat isn't going to melt. That's how hot it is.
Next up, the first baseman, number 5.
So back-to-back singles to start off the top of the third here for Elmira. Lime on second, Leahy on first. Darren Callahan coming to the plate, the top of this Pios order, getting ready to do some serious damage. An answer back after the Tarp Skunks took an early lead. First pitch to Callahan, outside for ball 1. Both middle infielders shading heavy towards second base, especially the shortstop Sebastianelli holding on the runner. This one's grounded in between first and second. Lalime is going to round home, third and come home, and that's going to be the tying run. Darren Callahan with an RBI single. 3 hits in a row for the top 3 in the Pios order, and Almira finally breaks through and ties up this ball game. 3 straight singles does the job. Sam Huff has dealt with some traffic early, and now the hits starting to rack up on him. 1-1 ball game now. The cleanup hitter Bennett Sheeler now at the plate. Runners on the corners. As Leahy went from first to third. First pitch to Sheeler is up for ball 1. Huff has not particularly been sharp this evening, and he's just allowed his first run. Pios with no outs, runners on the corners looking to take the lead here. Sheeler at the plate, Tanner Donati on deck. Sheeler takes that one inside. It's 2-0 now to him. Pios had bases loaded earlier and couldn't score when Coy Schwanger grounded out to end the first. Now finally answering back here in the top of the third. That one's in the dirt for ball 3. 3-0 now to Sheeler. And the 3-0 right over the middle of the plate for strike 1. Sheeler had the red light, holding all the way. So a 3-1 now from Sam Huff. High and inside, Sheeler gets out of the way, and the bases are loaded once again with no outs this time. Plenty of opportunities here to do some serious damage. Tanner Donati at the plate. Tarp Skunks bullpen already getting active. As Sam Huff struggling early. First pitch swinging, grounded over to first. The throw to the plate is in time. They get the force at home to keep the run from coming in. So now the base is still loaded with 1 out here. Grounded over to third. They won't be able to get the lead runner, but they get the double play. The Tarp Skunks fielding continues to be immaculate, as with the bases loaded and no outs, the Pios only get 1. And this game is tied as we head to the bottom of the third. Pios 5 hits in this ball game, only 1 run. The issue of scoring with runners in scoring position seems to have returned here once again on the road. Back after a short break here at Russell Dietrich Park. Welcome back to Jamestown, New York. Home half of the third coming right up. Get to see more of Nolan Terwilliger, Pio's starter tonight, who's been very, very good. I should say he's been sharp. He has been nearly impossible to hit. He's allowed one unearned run on one hit this evening. Just pitched a 1-2-3 second last inning. So now Henry Juan coming to the plate. Juan takes strike one looking. Terwilliger continues to locate pitches perfectly. Juan getting his third start of the year. He's 1 for 8. Grounds this one over to second. It's going to be a tough play for Fry, but he gets over there to make the play. So Fry showing off the glove a little bit. Fielding for Jamestown has been inimitable. It's been amazing. I cannot say enough about how good the fielding has been for the Tarp Skunks so far. They have not made any mistakes, and they've made a couple plays that I didn't think they would be able to. It's been really impressive watching them play so far defensively. 10-hitter Eli Harpelani now at the plate. He took strike one looking. Now fouls off strike two. So quickly 0-2 on Harpelani. That's another thing that Terwilliger has been doing this evening. He is getting ahead in counts, allowing himself to throw more aggressive pitches. When it's 0-2, 1-2, you can go to more of your filthy stuff. So he puts the 0-2 high, 4-1. Went for a high sweeper. Likely just missed it based on his reaction. Now puts the sweeper in the dirt for 4-2. So Harpelani working the count even. Terwilliger steps off. Gets back on the mound, preparing to deliver a 2-2 pitch here. Harpelani fouls off another one. He's looking to get his timing down. Terwilliger does not throw very hard, but he has great control and movement on his pitches. So another 2-2, breaking ball, lifted into shallow center. Lalime has it and makes the catch. A lot of weak fly balls to him. Made an error on a deep fly ball earlier, hit by DJ Stoyanovich. Now the lineup turns over for Jamestown. Nigel Sebastianelli playing shortstop this evening for Jamestown. Coming up to the plate, Sebastianelli, the lone hit for Jamestown this evening. He started off the game with a leadoff single. He was hit in the first to score the Tarp Skunks run. Swinging bunt down the third base line, and it stays fair. The only hope for the Pios there was to hope that one rolled foul, and it stayed right in the grass. Mere inches off the third base line, and it sat right in between the third baseman, pitcher, and catcher. No play. So Sebastianelli now 2 for 2. He's on first base with 2 outs in the inning. Connor Kiefer at the plate. Kiefer 0 for 11 now on the season, still looking for his first hit. Terwilliger steps off. Sebastianelli, if you remember from the first, very annoying on the base pads, jumping around. First pitch to Kiefer inside for ball 1. Terwilliger tried to get a strike call there with the slightly expanded zone, but did not get the call. The 1-0 now over the middle of the plate for strike 1. Terwilliger really has not faced many hitters' counts this evening. He has really done a great job to keep the counts even or in his favor. It's now a foul ball off the bat of Kiefer, makes this 1-2. And Terwilliger a strike away from a clean third. Pios tying up the game at 1 in the top of the third inning due to an RBI single from Darren Callahan. One-two, ripped over to short and into center. So back-to-back singles for the Jamestown Tarp Skunks as Kiefer gets his first hit of the season. And that brings up DJ Stojanovic. He has the RBI. And now he also has Sebastianelli in scoring position, 2 on, 2 outs. So Terwilliger, after getting out Juwan and Harpalani, has given up back-to-back singles to Sebastianelli and Kiefer, the top of the Tarp Skunks lineup. As this one's ripped into left, it's going to get down for multiple bases. Sebastianelli is going to come home. Kiefer now rounds third, and he's going to be in there. 2 come in. Stojanovic gets a couple more RBIs, the team leader in RBIs, and he's already got 3 tonight. Suppose he doesn't get credit for an RBI on the first one, so even though he's hit in all 3 runs, only 2 RBIs will go in on the stat sheet. But with 2 outs, a 2-out rally from the Tarp Skunks as they score 2. DJ Stojanovic knows something we don't. He left the field last time and said something to Bobby Stang. So this one's now ripped into center. Stojanovic is going to charge to the plate. The throw will be cut off, and another comes in here. The 2-out rally continues for the Tarp Skunks. A 2-out nightmare for Nolan Terwilliger. He'd been fantastic so far in this ball game. It's unclear whether he's tipping his pitches or something to that effect, because Stojanovic said something to the Tarp Skunks dugout, and right after that, there's been a lot of loud contact. So Bobby Stang flies out there. And that will end the inning. However, 3 more come in there in the bottom of the third. Almira answered back in the top of the third, and then Jamestown getting a few more of their own in the bottom of the third. A back and forth ball game. Jamestown up 4-1 as we head to the top of the fourth. Bios fans, this season you can connect with the Pioneers like never before with exclusive content on all of our social media platforms. Make sure you follow us on Facebook, Instagram, TikTok, and X. Our new Instagram account is at the Almira Pioneers. Check it out today. Welcome back to Russell Dietrich Park. Aiden Fry, Eddie Kaufman, Manny Castro coming up to the plate here in the top of the fourth inning. There have been a couple of important moments so far early on in this game that I'd like to go over. First off, starting things was the error by Max the Lyman center in the bottom of the first to allow the run to come in and give the Tarp Skunks the lead. Then Coy Schwanger coming up. I guess before that, Coy Schwanger came up in the top of the first and grounded out with the bases loaded. He then grounded into a double play with the bases loaded with one out in the top of the third. So Schwanger, unable to come through with the bases loaded, has haunted the Pios so far in this ball game. Then with two outs, the Pios unable to get out of the bottom of the third. Sebastianelli, Kiefer, Stoyanovich, and Stang all get hits. The top four hitters in the Tarp Skunks lineup all getting hits there to score 3 in the bottom of the third to give Jamestown a 4-1 lead. So we'll see what moments continue to be big throughout this game as it's 2-0 to Fry. But that's what it's been. It's been big moments controlling this ball game. Big plays showing an impact. It's 3-0 now to Fry. And generally speaking, as I just talked about, all the big plays have gone Jamestown's way. Even though a lot of the little stuff has seemed to go the Pios' way. Hits are 5 apiece. But Jamestown up 4-1 on the scoreboard. They have taken advantage of their opportunities. The Pios have not. And that has been the difference in the ball game. That has been the difference in the ball games that the Pios have lost this season. Pios are 8-5, and it feels like every one of those 5 losses, there were opportunities for the Pios to win those games, and they were unable to come through. I think it's fair to say that Elmira has been in every game they have played. It's now 6 straight balls to start off this inning by the hand of Sam Huff. A 4-pitch walk to Aiden Fry, and now a 2-0 count to Eddie Kaufman. Huff has not looked very good in this ball game despite allowing 1 run through 3 innings. See if the Pios can continue to get some more damage on him. Two balls to start the Kaufman at bat, and now back-to-back strikes to make it 2-2. Manny Castro would be next. The 2-2 catches Kaufman looking. Beautiful pitch from Sam Huff on the inside corner. As I mentioned before, that zone a little bit outside the edges of the plate tonight. Huff now taking advantage of it, getting a strikeout looking there. Now Manny Castro coming up, takes ball one high and in. Fry still on first base. Coach Drum has been unusually passive with stealing and then continuing to be maybe overly aggressive than on the base paths when the ball has been in play. Several Pio's base runners have been thrown out at bases in this game, yet the Pios have not really attempted many steals. 2-0 pitch to Castro over the middle of the plate for strike one. And now the 2-1 from Sam Huff. Same spot right over the middle. Manny Castro takes it for strike two. Count even at 2-2 now. The 2-2 just below the knees. Huff wanted it to be strike three. It's very easy to tell when Sam Huff is frustrated on the mound. There's a certain way that he walks after he's frustrated with a pitch. The runner goes and Castro lifts it into right field. Clayton Kaiser over there, stretching to make the play. And what base running there from Aiden Fry. Comes all the way in from first base. He was stealing on the pitch and comes in from first on the Manny Castro double. Pios get one back. Score now 4-2. Manny Castro has been in the lineup mainly for his defensive prowess, but his bat has looked very solid so far this season, hitting usually towards the bottom of the order. But I really like his approach at the plate, and I think it's showing with the results on the field. Aiden Grabowski now at the plate, can't hold back, check swinging for strike one. Slim crowds at Russell Dietrich Park this evening, but they've had a lot to cheer about as Grabowski bunts to move the runner over. Castro now on third, 2 outs in the inning. On top of the order, Max Lime at the plate. So the Lime now coming to the plate. It's unsure whether that bunt attempt from Grabowski was supposed to be a sacrifice or if it was supposed to turn into a bunt hit. Obviously Grabowski has a bunch of speed, but with 1 out, I would have just preferred him to swing away. Obviously Grabowski hitless so far in the season, so maybe it was a good move. It was a productive out. Castro did get to third base, and it was a tough play for the pitcher Huff to get Grabowski at first. Head coach Andy Drum has been aggressive on the base paths as Lime puts it into center and Leo Doyle runs it down. Castro stranded at third base. The Pios get one back. The Pios out-hitting the Tarp Skunks 6-5 in this game. Yet Almira finds themselves down 2-4 on the scoreboard. We head to the home half of the fourth. Nolan Terwilliger back on the mound looking to shut things down.
Whoever does it first, takes his pizza. Are you ready? Are you ready? All right. Here we go. Oh, good. You gotta go get your rebound. Come on now. Come on now. Careful. Back up, that's it. Let's give a round of applause to Jeremy. Back up to you. Pace's Pizza on 549 West 3rd Street. Serving the area's best pizza since 1953. Owners Joe and Olivia Town invite you to enjoy some pizza, international wine lists, cold beers, and seltzers, and good family fun. Their hour patios also open for the summer season.
Welcome back to Jamestown, New York. I'm Josh Davis. Bottom of the 4th inning coming up. Also coming up is Leo Doyle, Tommy Schroeder, and Clayton Kaiser for the Tarp Skunks. Nolan Terwilliger had a very strong second inning against the bottom of the Tarp Skunks order. It has been the top of the Tarp Skunks order that has given him fits. RBIs from DJ Stoyanovich and Bobby Stang brought in the Tarp Skunks runs. Now Terwilliger dealing to Leo Doyle. Puts that one at the knees for strike one. He continues to locate the ball very well. He's just been a little hittable tonight, allowing 5 hits and 4 runs through 3 innings. Swung at the 0-1 into center, and Max the Lime once again there to make the play. A deep center field here at Russell Dietrich Park. Left field is the shortest area, 325 to the edge there, but there is a double wall. There's a double wall everywhere here except for dead center, where it at its furthest point gets to 414 out there. Right field with the double wall is 342. Whereas Tommy Schroeder comes to the plate, takes ball 1 in the dirt. But center field gets pretty wide and deep out there. Max the Lime has done a great job so far covering it. Aside from that one error in the first, he's made up for it with several great catches since. That is called a foul ball off the knob of Schroeder's bat. He tried to play it off, that it hit him. And they actually say it did not hit the bat. It said that Schroeder leaned into the pitch, that the ball hit his hands while his hands were over the strike zone. He swings now at the next pitch, once again to guess who? A line out to Max the Lime. Well, he's getting his steps in out there in center. There's 2 down now in the 4th. Clayton Kaiser coming to the dish. Lefty right fielder for the Tarp Skunks. Terwilliger puts that one down and away for ball 1. Down in the dirt for ball 2. 2-0 now to Kaiser. Been joking about Lime having a lot of action out there. But seriously, there have been 6 flyouts to center field in just 4 innings of this game. That is more than 1 an inning. wild stuff so far. And the way Nolan Terwilliger has generated flyouts to center field, it's been a thing of beauty. So now he walks Kaiser on 4 pitches. He hustles down to first base. Coming up now is Henry Juwan, the extra hitter. Juwan 1 for 9 on the year. First pitch, and Juwan is over the middle for strike 1. Lined right at the base runner. Kaiser had to jump out of the way. And once again, the Tarp Skunks hitting with 2 outs. This is Kaiser's single into right. Or excuse me, Juwan's single into right will put Kaiser on second. And now 2 on with 2 outs for Eli Harpelani, the 10 hitter. Obviously, you do not want to deal to the top of this Tarp Skunks order with runners on base. Nigel Sebastianelli, the leadoff man on deck. He's 2 for 2 this evening. First pitch swinging over to second. Diving play by Grabowski goes to second. Not in time. A very close play at second. He's called safe. Grabowski almost made a web gem down there at short. Instead, now the bases are loaded for Nigel Sebastianelli. He is 2 for 2 on the night. And he's got 3 on in front of him. A big at-bat here for Nolan Terwilliger. I mentioned earlier how big moments have defined this ball game, and now a big moment here once again. First pitch swinging, grounded over to second. Fry has it and ends the inning. A big moment finally going the Pio's way as the bases are stranded for the Tarp Skunks. Nigel Sebastianelli is sat down for the first time tonight. The Pio's coming back up, looking to chip away once again at the Jamestown lead. Top of the 5th coming up at Russell Dietrich Park. Welcome back to Russell Dietrich Park. I'm Josh Davis. Top of the 5th coming up. We have a new pitcher for the Tarp Skunks. Sam Huff allowed 2 on 6 hits through 4 innings of work. He should be in line for the win if Jamestown were to hang on. A new pitcher is number 19, Gabe Wheeler. Wheeler has pitched a 5.1 innings so far this season. He has a 6.75 ERA, 5 strikeouts, 1 walk. Wheeler struggled a lot in his first outing against the Batavia Muck Dogs on May 30th. Then settled in on June 7th against Auburn before struggling again against the Muck Dogs on June 12th. So we'll see if he can continue his success against teams other than the Batavia Muck Dogs. But he will be pitching to the heart of the Pios order. It's the red-hot Matt Leahy comes to the plate to lead things off. Leahy was 4 for 4 last night against Geneva. He had 3 RBIs, 3 steals, and a run scored in that ball game as the Pios cruised to a 12-7 win against the Red Wings. Now Leahy back up to the plate. He's 1 for 2 on the day already. So Leahy 1 for 2 against Sam Huff. Now coming in as the first batter to face the new pitcher, Gabe Wheeler. First pitch from Wheeler on the outside edge for strike 1. Wheeler, a hard-throwing right-hander. Sophomore at the University of Tampa. And it's 0-2 now after that swing and a miss from Leahy. The 0-2 fouled off. Leahy stays alive. He is not going to go down easy. Darren Callahan waiting on deck. Another red-hot hitter in this Pios lineup. Feels like everyone's hot right now, the way this team's been hitting. Another 0-2 lifted into shallow right. Clayton Kaiser makes a great play to get over there and make the catch. Man, this Jamestown defense continues to rob Pios hitters. They have continued to not make a single mistake, and then they continue to just make plays that surprise you because they have not. Some of the plays that Jamestown has made are not plays that this league has routinely made. First pitch to Darren Callahan's outside for ball 1. I feel like lately the Pios have been one of the best fielding teams in this league, and now Jamestown has been fantastic tonight. A really hard line drive by Callahan right at Kobe Jones in left. Really good piece of hitting there by Callahan, just right at a Jamestown fielder. Now quickly 0-2 as Leahy and Callahan both line out. Bennett Sheeler, the cleanup hitter, DHing tonight, coming to the plate. Looking to start a 2-out rally of their own. Pios, a victim of a Jamestown 2-out rally in the bottom of the 3rd. And the Tarp Skunks scored 3 runs to take the lead. Grounded right back at the pitcher, and Gabe Wheeler snags it. I'm just out of words for what to say about this Tarp Skunks fielding tonight. I will say this, you continue to hit it and eventually they will fall. We head to the home half of the 5th. Nolan Terwilliger looking to stay sharp. It's the top of the Tarp Skunks order. Kiefer, Stoyanovich, Stang due next.
Bennett, what's your go-to Red Robin order?
Chicken sandwich,
What's your side?
fries, of course.
Red Robin.
Yum.
What's your go-to Red Robin order?
When I was younger, I used to get the bottomless mac and cheese, but today I'm going with the Whiskey River barbecue burger.
Hey, Bobby. Red Robin.
Yum.
Good job. Brad, what's your go-to Red Robin order?
2 burgers.
What kind?
Smoky egg burgers.
Red Robin. What's your Red Robin order?
I got this Southern Charm.
Southern Charm. What's that?
I have no idea. I can tell you. I need the menu again to tell you all the time.
I'm excited Red Robin.
Red Robin.
Tim. Red Robin.
Yum.
What your go-to Red Robin order?
The Whiskey River barbecue burger.
And how was it?
It was great.
Red Robin.
Yum.
Red Robin.
Yum.
Back here, the bottom of the 5th inning. Connor Kiefer coming up to the plate. Against Nolan Terwilliger. The new pitcher for the Tarp Skunks, Gabe Wheeler, just came in and got a 1-2-3 inning to sit down Leahy, Callahan, and Sheeler, 3 of the hottest hitters in the Pios lineup. All 3 of them making loud outs. So just a combination of unlucky hitting and incredible fielding to keep the Pios off the board in the 5th. First pitch from Terwilliger over the middle for strike 1. That breaking ball has given fits to the Tarp Skunks lineup. Swing and a miss, and it's 0-2 to Kiefer. Nolan Terwilliger, in his first start of the season, has allowed 3 earned runs, 1 unearned, through 4 innings of work, coming back out for the 5th. Nathan Holmes' injury potentially being season-ending, with the team playing so many games this week. It's going to take some guys to step up, and Terwilliger has looked very solid tonight, despite being down 2 runs at the moment. The 1-2, lightly grounded up the middle. Fry has to field it behind the pitcher's mound, and he makes the play. Aiden Fry showing off his glove. He's made a couple of really nice plays tonight. So now 4 in a row sat down by Terwilliger. Actually, make it 5 in a row now with that ground out. And DJ Stojanovic coming to the plate. Mentioned that Stojanovic might have figured something out on Terwilliger earlier. So he takes strike 1 looking. But Terwilliger continues to look very solid, so just kind of unsure at the moment whether Terwilliger is tipping his pitches or something. Grounded over to third. Castro has it. Throw to first. High. Callahan makes the catch and gets the tag on Stojanovic. A nice play by Darren Callahan down there at first to save Manny Castro. I mentioned Castro in the lineup because he's a fantastic defender. Almost made a throwing error there. But they do get the out on Stojanovic. Bobby Stang now coming to the plate with nobody on and 2 outs. First pitch to Stang, down and away for ball 1. One 1-0, ripped right into center. Not enough room in front of the line. So a 2-out single. How many times has that happened so far tonight? So now Kobe Jones coming to the plate. The lefty left fielder. Looking to continue the 2-out rally for Jamestown. First pitch high. 1-0 now to Jones. It's been a beautiful evening for baseball. Started off too hot, but a cool breeze has made things cool down. Jones puts a double into the left field corner. 2 outs has been the signal for Jamestown hitters to start hitting. It feels like every inning now. Terwilliger gets out the first two guys and then gives up a couple of hits. Runners on second and third now for Leo Doyle. Chance for the Tarp Skunks to extend their lead. And another big moment for Nolan Terwilliger on the mound. First pitch to Doyle just outside for ball one. Terwilliger stranded the bases loaded last inning. He had the first two outs and then had bases loaded before getting Nigel Sebastianelli to ground out to keep the Tarp Skunks scoreless in the fifth. He puts that one at the knees for strike one. 1-1 now to Doyle. So now 2 on, 2 outs. In front of Doyle, another big moment for Terwilliger. The 1-1 pitch bounces by Schwanger, and Stang will come in from third. Jones went to third from second. As once again, a successful 2-out rally for the Tarp Skunks puts in another run. Something about 2 outs. All of the Tarp Skunks runs this evening have been scored with 2 outs. That one's way inside to Tommy Schroeder. Schroeder will now come to the plate. Doyle got hit by a pitch. So runners on the corners now for Tommy Schroeder. Nolan Terwilliger has done a fantastic job to get the first 2 outs in the inning. Getting that third one has been the challenge for him this evening. There's now 4 straight base runners allowed, with 2 outs here in the bottom of the fifth. Tommy Schroeder, the DH at the plate, swings the first pitch over to short, barehanded by Grabowski after it took a wild hop. Aiden Grabowski, what a play over there to save another run. But a run does come in. The Tarp Skunks extend their lead to 5-2. We head to the top of the sixth. Elmira looking to make a comeback.
Have been serving the area since 1967. They are a proud member of the Builders Association of Northwestern Pennsylvania, the Manufacturer Business Association, and the International Door Association. They offer a wide variety of products from a number of major manufacturers.
Welcome back to Russell Dietrich Park. Top of the sixth upcoming. It'll be Donati, Schwanger, and Fry starting things off in the sixth for the Pioneers. Gabe Wheeler back on the mound after a 1-2-3 inning on the heart of the Pios order. Got out Matt Leahy, Darren Callahan, and Bennett Sheeler. All 3 of them very loud outs. Leahy lined out to right, Callahan lined out to left, and Sheeler, very hard ground out back to the pitcher. Wheeler snagging the out on him. Fielding for Jamestown continues to be the difference, along with their affinity to getting hits with 2 outs in the inning. As Jamestown holds a 5-2 lead here. So we head to the top of the 6th. Tanner Donati gets ready to step into the box. Pios have won their last 5 games, looking to keep the win streak alive. It's going to take a comeback in the later innings here tonight against Jamestown. First pitch to Donati's over the middle for strike 1. That one below the knees. 1-1 now to Donati. Breaking ball left way high for ball 2. Ripped into center, once again right at the Tarp Skunks fielder. Leo Doyle makes the catch. He had to move about 3 feet back to make that catch. And another loud out by Gabe Wheeler. As Wheeler now pitches to the catcher, Coy Schwanger. Schwanger takes the first pitch looking for strike 1. The 0-1 fouled off over the Pios bullpen. So quickly 0-2 now on Schwanger. Zach Nelson up and warming up in the Pios bullpen. 0-2 in the dirt, 4-1. We'll see if Nolan Terwilliger, the Pios starter, comes out for the 6th. Or whether it will be Zach Nelson. Schwanger fouls the 1-2 off. The count remains the same. One-two, grounded over to first, muffed by Stoyanovich, and a great stretch by the pitcher Gabe Wheeler. Had to reach over in order to get Schwanger in time. So now that's 5 in a row sat down by Wheeler to start his night. Second baseman Aiden Fry coming to the plate with 2 outs, nobody on. Fry has made a couple of really nice plays in the field at second for the Pios. Fry takes the first pitch down and away, 4-1. Same spot off the outside corner. 2-0 now to Fry. Swung on and missed. 2-1 to Fry. That one caught the outside edge. Fry doesn't like the call. 2-2 now. And Wheeler, another chance for a 1-2-3. Fry just catches a piece. Count remains 2-2 after the foul ball. Another 2-2 from Wheeler. Popped up. Shallow right. Second baseman Kiefer back. The right fielder Kaiser calls him off. And another 1-2-3 from Gabe Wheeler. He sat down the first 6 he's faced. Now we head to the home half of the 6th. We will have a new pitcher. It is Zach Nelson. Short break. We'll be right back. So Nolan Terwilliger's night is done. He allowed 5 runs, 4 of them earned through 5 innings of work. I think the score doesn't reflect how solid he was. He was just struggled to get the final outs of innings. Several 2-out rallies by the Tarp Skunks brought their runs in. So now down 3. Pios make a change on the bump. Zach Nelson comes in. This is his 5th outing. All in relief. He's pitched against Batavia, on the road to Auburn, and at Batavia. In that win against Niagara Falls. In the doubleheader on Sunday. And now back on the bump here against the Tarp Skunks. Nelly has a 2.57 ERA in 7 innings pitched. 6 strikeouts, 4 walks. It's been one of the top pitchers in this Pios bullpen. So Nelson will deal to Clayton Kaiser to start things off here in the bottom of the 6th. The 8, 9, and 10 hitters coming up for Jamestown. A good opportunity for Nelson to find his groove and get going against the bottom of the Tarp Skunks order before dealing to that tenacious top of the Tarp Skunks order. Curveball comes back into the outside part of the zone for strike 1. Ripped over to second. Another play for Aiden Fry. And a quick first out of the inning. Henry Juwan, the extra hitter, now coming up. There is Nelly's knuckleball. Over there for strike 1 to Juwan. It's trademark pitch just outside there that time. 1-1 now to Juwan. Fastball in the dirt. 2-1 now to Juwan. Nelly does not throw that knuckleball very hard. He combines it with a curveball and a fastball. Curveball that time. Way early is Juwan. He fouls it off for strike 2. 2-2 ripped into center. Lalime takes it on a bounce, and so a 1-out hit for Henry Juong, his second hit of the year. Eli Harpalani, the 10-hitter, now coming to the plate.
Next up, the third baseman, number 50, Eli Harpalani.
Pios play tomorrow, as this is game 2 of 6 in a row for your Pioneers. Back home at Dunfield, 6:30 start against the Batavia Muck Dogs. Batavia 10-1 right now, leading the West Division. They have been tough to beat. Pios 1-2 against Batavia on the air. Batavia's only loss on opening day on the road at Dunfield. They've won all of their other games. So the Pios going to look to defend home turf against the Muck Dogs again tomorrow. Popped up. Lalime, more action in center even after Terwilliger comes out. He makes the catch. So 2 down, runner on first. The top of the order, Nigel Sebastianelli coming to the plate. He's 2 for 3. You got to think with Nelly's curveball, first time he faces everybody is going to be a little bit challenging for the Tarp Skunks hitters. It's the second time, third time through the order, potentially, that Nelly may struggle with. First pitch, ripped into shallow left. Diving is Donati, and he has it. The Pios fielding now, making some statements of their own. The Tarp Skunks have had several web gems tonight, but the Pios, they can do it too. And flashing the leather is Donati in left, laying out to make the third out of the inning, and to rob Nigel Sebastianelli of a hit. So now we head to the 7th. The Pios still down 3. Gabe Wheeler back on the mound. He's sat down 6 in a row. The Pios looking to change that.
Just to read off the 50-50 and the call wash, we have a white Toyota with an Alabama license plate of 180 WP25. And we have a 50-50 ticket of 2397301.
This is a message from the Broome County Health Department. The Southern Tier Cancer Services Program provides free breast, cervical, and colorectal cancer screenings to uninsured and underinsured individuals. To find out more information about the Cancer Services Program and these life-saving screenings, please call 607-778-3900. Gabe Wheeler back on the mound for his third inning of work. He's pitched 1, 2, 3, 5th, and 6th. He's sat down Matt Leahy, Callahan, Sheeler, Donati, Schwanger, and Fry. All in order. It's been very impressive to see what he's done. Pios have gotten some hard hits on him, just haven't been able to find any green grass. So now Eddie Kaufman starting things off. Puts one into shallow center. Leo Doyle is there and makes the catch. So 1 pitch, 1 out, now 7 in a row for Wheeler. 9-hitter Manny Castro coming up to the plate. He doubled in his last at-bat. First pitch to Castro. Just below the knees for ball one. Now in just outside for ball two, Manny Castro with a good eye here to start this at-bat. Payos only scoring 2 on 6 hits so far in this game. Haven't been quite as hot as they have been lately. A couple of the normal Payos starters not playing as Castro rips this one into center. Another catch for Leo Doyle out there. And now quickly 2 down in the 7th. The 10-hitter Aiden Grabowski coming to the plate. Namely, Grabowski in at short instead of Patrick Ward, Pio's normal cleanup hitter. Cooper Smith still injured, not in right. Got Eddie Kaufman out there instead today. Then Aiden Stern not playing. We have 2 catchers in. Schwanger actually playing catcher, and then Sheeler at the DH. As now an 0-2 count to Grabowski. Gabe Wheeler. The 0-2. Grounds him over to short. Off of the glove of Sebastianelli. And the first error tonight for the Tarp Skunks. Their inevitable fielding finally makes a mistake. Only took 6.5 innings for that to happen. So Grabowski heads over to first base. 2 outs. The top of the order, Max the Lime now up. That error ends the streak of outs in a row. It was 8 in a row for the error. So Lime swings and misses at strike 1. It still doesn't count as a hit on Wheeler due to the error. So that one's outside. 1-1 now to the Lime. So Wheeler's still perfect through 2 2/3. Lime looking to change that. The 1-1. Ripped over the glove of Stojanovic and into right field. It's going to be multiple bases. Coach Drum puts the hands up to stop Grabowski at third. And a 2-out rally brewing here for the Pioneers after the error should have ended the inning. Max the Lime, the first hit on Gabe Wheeler, is a double into right field. That one mere inches a glove above the glove of DJ Stojanovic at first base, and then down the right field line. Clayton Kaiser was playing a little bit towards the gap, so he had a long way to run to get to that ball. Grabowski almost was able to score from first, but Coach Drum held him at third. So runners on second and third now with 2 outs. Matt Leahy, his red-hot bat, a chance to get some more runs on the board for the Pios. Gets them back to make a comeback. First pitch to Leahy on the outside edge for strike 1. Pios looking for a 2-out rally of their own here. The 0-1 in the dirt. Good stop by Bobby Stang to keep that one from getting by him. A lot of space behind the plate here at Russell Dietrich Park. A pass ball would easily score Grabowski from third. 1-1 ripped in between short and third. Lalonde's gonna stay at third. And a good decision, as the arm from Kobe Jones would have had him dead to rights at home. But still, the Pios get one back. It's a walk and back-to-back hits. Scores a run. Another hit and another RBI from Matt Leahy. His bat is as hot as the sun right now. And the third hitter, Darren Callahan, now at the plate. With runners on the corners. Callahan, one of the top hitters in this league, came into this game 5th in batting average. Already has a hit this evening. First pitch in the dirt, so 1-0 now to Callahan. That one way inside, so make it 2-0. Wheeler had sat down the first 8 he faced, and an error allowed Grabowski to come on, and now back-to-back hits on Wheeler by the top of the Pios order, and he's starting to fall apart a little bit. 2-0 pitch off the outside corner. The runner goes, and he's in there. What a slide from Matt Leahy to avoid the tag. That will be his 7th stolen base of the season. The crowd here at Russell Dietrich Park thought Leahy was out. I will agree the ball got there before Leahy got to the bag, but I think he made a swim move to avoid the tag. You also could say that's just a bad tag by Sebastianelli. Did not put the tag on the base, instead swiped for Leahy and missed. Now a 3-0 count at the plate to Callahan. It's inside, and the bases are loaded now. The 2-out rally continues for the Pios. Bennett Sheeler would be the hitter. We will have a mound visit. Pitching coach Tom Tellman out to the mound to speak with Gabe Wheeler. As I mentioned, Gabe Wheeler had been absolutely electric to open his outing. Now after the error to allow Grabowski to get on, Lyman, Leahy, and Callahan with back-to-back. The Lyman Leahy with back-to-back hits, and then the walk to Callahan has loaded the bases. For Bennett Sheeler, the DH this evening, came into this game hitting .300, and oh boy, Pios could use a hit from him. A hit to the outfield would likely tie this ball game. Pios have had several opportunities with the bases loaded tonight, haven't really capitalized on any of them, and now another chance here. First pitch to Sheeler, swinging, rips it into center. And a grab out there for Leo Doyle as he tracks it down in the gap. Pios once again stranding the bases loaded. But they get one back. Pios bats starting to come alive late as we stretch here at Russell Dietrich Park. Still a 2-run lead for the Tarp Skunks.
Logistics Plus, a 21st century logistics company, and a leading worldwide provider of transportation, warehousing, fulfillment, global logistics, business intelligence, and more. Founded 25 years ago in Erie, Pennsylvania, the company is recognized as one of the fastest growing privately owned logistics company in North America.
Bottom of the 7th coming up. I'm Josh Davis. I welcome you back to Russell Dietrich Park here in Jamestown, New York. It's been a fantastic evening for baseball, beautiful weather, and a interesting game. There's been a lot of great moments. Most of them going for the Tarp Skunks, a couple of them going for the Pioneers. Pioneers down 2, still very much in this ball game. Pios 3 runs on 8 hits this evening. Tarp Skunks 5 runs on 10 hits. They've had a slight edge, mainly due to their incredible defense that has kept the Pios quiet on the scoreboard. Connor Kiefer steps in, takes a knuckleball for strike 1. Zach Nelson, pretty safe to say he's the only knuckleballer on the Pios team. 0-1 grounded over short. Nice snag by Grabowski. Throw to first in time for the first out of the 7th. Aiden Grabowski plays a little bit of everywhere, and while he's had his struggles at the plate this season, his glove has been fantastic over there at short. Normally Patrick Ward is over there, but Ward taking a seat tonight, and Grabowski's done a fantastic job filling in. DJ Stoyanovich coming up now with 1 out, nobody on. First pitch to Stoyanovich on the outside edge for strike 1. And a knuckleball over the middle of the plate for strike 2, 0-2 to Stoyanovich. Pios looking to make a late game comeback here. And one of the keys to doing that would be to keep the Tarp Skunks off the board for the rest of this ball game. Zach Nelson on the mound now. It's unsure whether he would come out again for the 8th if he finishes off the 7th cleanly. That one's outside for ball 1. 1-2 now to Stoyanovich. It's also unclear who the next pitcher will be. Several guys have been seen puttering around down there in the bullpen. Eric Burkan, Will Mueller, Jacek Kroll. Among those guys, the 1-2 clips DJ Stoyanovich. So he heads down to first base. Four-hitter Bobby Stang coming up now. I almost feel like those Tarp Skunks hitters continue to lean in to pitches, especially with how slow Nelson is throwing. And we saw it earlier with how slow Terwilliger was throwing. There was Tommy Schroeder was called for a strike for getting hit by a pitch that was over the strike zone. That one might have been able to be called again. But Stoyanovich is on first. Count is 1-1 to Bobby Stang. Stang fouls that one off for strike 2. 1-2 to him. I mean, you have a knuckleballer on the mound. You know it's going to be difficult to hit him. So you say, well, how can we get on base? Well, Nelly's not going to miss 4 pitches in an at-bat very often. So you say, well, we could get hit by pitch. That 60-mile-an-hour knuckleball. Nelly misses with that one outside. 2-1 now to Stang. Should actually 2-2. Just got a piece, and Stang stays alive. You can tell Stang has done his fair share of sliding this evening. His pants are absolutely filthy. White pants, basically brown at this point. As we have another 2-2 from Nelson, just missed off the outside edge. And the count runs full to Bobby Stang. Nelly goes for a pickoff attempt on Stojanovic. He's shown no intentions of stealing, even though he has 5 steals on the season, so definitely somebody to be concerned with, although he's having a very small primary lead over there. 3-2 popped up into the Pios bullpen. Actually hit the light that stretches up from the front of the Pios bullpen. The light posts here, Russell Dietrich Park, absolutely massive structures. You can see the big metal poles that they stand upon as the 3-2 is ripped into center. Stang got all of that one as he stings that one right at max the line. And it gets down for a one-out single. Runners on first and second now for Kobe Jones. See how the lefty hitter reacts to Nelly's knuckleball and big breaking curveball. Nelly trying to work his way out of a one-out jam here. Jones way ahead of the first one, pulls it foul for strike one. One grounded over to first. Callahan goes to second. No throw back over to first base, so no double play. Runners on the corners now with 2 outs in the inning. Manny Castro playing around with Stojanovic over there on third base. The hitter will be Leo Doyle. He's had his fair share of plays to make in the field out in center field, just like Max Lime for the Pios. Center field has been a busy place defensively on both sides. As Nelson now looks to keep this a 2-run ball game. Strand Stojanovic on third base. Give the Pios their best opportunity to make a late game comeback. Alley goes for a pickoff attempt on Jones down there at first base. He gets back in safely. The 1-0 from Nelly, grounded in between first and second. Callahan would have probably had that one, but he was holding on Jones at first base. And Stojanovic comes in, an RBI for Leo Doyle. Extends the Tarp Skunks lead. It seems like every time the Pios score something to get back in this game, the Tarp Skunks answer right back to extend the lead once again. So now runners on first and second with 2 outs.